Hello there, this is Business Prime. My name is Kelvin Nyakundi. Now, Kenya's worsening fuel crisis is triggering a new economic and health dilemma. This follows the move by the government to allow the importation of fuel with higher levels of sulfur following the shortage crisis caused by the Middle East war. Now, while the directive is expected to keep transport and industry running in the short term, public health experts are warning of a looming surge in respiratory and cardiovascular illnesses, a risk that could weigh on workforce productivity.
We try as much as we can bring down the levels of sulfur in our fuel and also in all the areas, because the presence of sulfur in anything can cause a lot of health issues. Like I've said, the bronchi, the issue to do with the upper respiratory infections, and also the issues to do with the pollution, and also can result to climate change. But mostly in the cities, like in the cities, in the urban areas, like in towns where we have urbanization, actually contributed to issues to do with sulfur, because we're talking about the cities, mostly in the rural setup. Sulfur, because of the setup of the environmental setup, they are likely not really to have a lot of issues with the sulfur because the exposure is not there. But in the cities, like in our cities, like in Mombasa, in Nakuru, Nairobi, Kisumu, where we have, the transport network is actually developed, you can realize people exposure to sulfur is actually very high.